welcome back to another 3 Bullets in the Ground.
In the ground.
Oh, boy. We are back for another installment. And it's after...
What are we installing?
We're laying some pipe.
In who?
In Craig's mom, of course.
Oh. Okay, that was the new record. Less than 30 seconds into this thing. And it's already a Craig's mom joke.
I think we need a specific sound effect for Craig's mom jokes.
It needs to be something moister than that, if you would.
Maybe like a something like that.
No, we got. I need to find a sound effect for a queef.
What we need just a single button for Craig. Every time we make a Craig's mom joke, he just hits it. It's like
that would be pretty damn funny.
I am now shunning both of you for the rest of the show.
So anyway.
Yay!
And I'm sorry, Brett, you were actually supposed to do that intro, but oh well.
Well, hot fingers. Okay. So, Brett, do you have something that all three of us need to try? I haven't filled my glass.
So let's do these first.
All right. Yeah.
We're going to do 2 beer reviews today, so it's going to be a little different.
Are we going to do them like back-to-back?
We'll do these 3, then this one, because it's one particular that we'll all be reviewing.
Fair enough. Okay, so then let me pour mine.
All right, you'll pour yours.
This is an ale.
Yes.
So that one would be more potent anyways because it's an IPA.
Yeah.
Since I've already started drinking mine, I'm going to go ahead and review it. I am drinking, this is one I just found today at that wonderful beer store right off Western
You shouldn't
Center.
have poured the whole thing. Because now you got to drink it all before we get to the next one.
That's true.
Commitment.
But it is a seasonal Shiner beer, which Shiner I'm not usually a big fan of these days anymore because they're pretty low on the craft beer scale, in my opinion, as far as flavors are concerned.
What happened?
Brett just tried his.
I tried it.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
But anyway, I am drinking the Shiner S'more Chocolate and Marshmallow Ale. It's actually...
it tastes like a fucking s'more.
It does. It's actually pretty damn good, I gotta say. And I'm not usually impressed by Shiner beers. My only complaint would be that it needs a little bit more carbonation because it
needs more cowbell.
Well, just because it's a little flat. It's like Craig's mom when she lays on her back. It's kind of flat.
You mean 2 pancakes hanging over a mountain?
Yeah, but yeah.
Unshun. Shut the fuck up. Reshun. Yeah.
But yeah, I would actually probably give it like a 7 bullets, somewhere around there.
All right.
So let's had to find the button.
Well, yes. Brett, why don't you go next since you two are panty wastes and drinking the same thing?
So I agree. It tastes like a s'more. My only downfall I would give it is it's a little lack in carbonation.
Yeah.
And it's not like super strong. It's just a lot of flavor of s'more.
Yeah.
It's not a ton of like beer. So
yeah,
I would realistically give it like a 6.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I can see that.
6.
There we go. Well, I actually had it before I came over here.
So you're going to do 3 beer reviews.
I guess so, yeah. So
what would you rate yours?
I would give mine... I agree with you guys about the carbonation.
No.
My only thing is that I couldn't taste any marshmallow. I tasted the chocolate. Yeah. I tasted like the cinnamon graham kind of flavor. I could smell the marshmallow, but I couldn't taste it whenever
when you're eating a s'more, do you ever really taste marshmallow?
Well, and see, that was kind of what I thought.
Sugar.
See, it's just a sweet. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know what? All things considered for a Shiner, which, by the way, every drop of Shiner is brewed in Shiner. Did you guys know that?
Hey, wait. Where is Shiner?
I think New York or something like that. Right?
New York City.
New York City. Get a rope. That's in the great state of Texas, ladies and gentlemen.
Shiner,
right there, South Texas.
Not in New York where they go to ball games and get a beer, jump in the car and eat some hot dogs.
Go Sox.
Go Sox.
Jeez. Reckon you guys would get
you guys
thrown across the old haymeadow if you come down to Shiner talking like that.
Hey, let's drive to Illinois tonight.
Bunch of carpet bagging mother. Anyways, okay, so my rating... What'd you say, 6, Brett?
I said 6.
Corey said 7. I'm in that zone. I'll go 6.
All right. We're 60s. Fist bump 60.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me show you an awesome fist bump. Ready?
Okay.
Moonwalk, Michael Jackson.
You are so
Ready for another
gay.
one? Here, fist bump. Gear shift.
Here, I'll do one to you. Ready?
Uh,
Squid.
Oh, squid. Okay. Let's get
And
real.
nobody's entertained because they can't see
Yeah, they
what we're
can't see
doing.
what we're doing. So Corey just watched me and Brett tickle our nipples. That's what really happened. Okay.
All right, so Craig, you've got to.
I have a different
You've
beer.
got to finish.
I have a
yours.
different beer now. I have never had this before. I saw it and got a mix 6 and thought, okay, let's try it. And I didn't realize, I just saw G13 IPA. The brewing company is Sweetwater. And I saw G13 IPA, and it's kind of in that, what font would you call this?
Oh, I don't know.
Kind of old
like
English.
modern old English.
Anyways, I just saw IPA and grabbed it because I was in a rush.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it said 420 strain, so it's one of those hemp IPAs.
So like
which
CBD, basically.
Yeah, so I mean, I had one of a hemp IPA. What was the one you had, Brett?
It was
The
St.
hemp-
Arnold's, I think.
Saint- yeah.
Or it was hemp HPA.
Yeah.
Hemp pale ale.
I had it, and I was a huge fan of it. Not that I don't like, a little bit of hemp every now and again, but
Are
drinking
you saying
it-
you've smoked
marijuana.
The marijuana.
A gentleman doesn't speak of such things, Brett. Anyways, I'm not a huge fan of drinking
So
bomb
you're
water.
going to speak up because you're not a gentleman?
Oh, if there was a gentleman in the room, it would be me. Certainly not you two. Because we all know that gentlemen's
Your
don't talk.
mom's more of a
Yeah,
gentleman
exactly
than
why
you.
you're not a gentleman. Anyways,
Oh, God.
so it smells like bong water. I mean, just sniffing it. You guys
It
all
does.
smelled it. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it
It
literally
smells like
It,
Like
it
a joint.
smells
We
like
just-
a blunt.
We
I
just
mean,
everybody's sniffing it. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
blunt.
whether
like,
or not you have smoked marijuana or been around someone that smoked marijuana,
You know the
what it
smell.
you know what it
like.
smells
and it
like.
smells exactly like that. So I'm going to take first sip here. Feel free to narrate what's happening.
All right, he's putting
He's
the
putting
joint
the
to his
bottle
mouth.
up to his mouth. He's
about to-
lighting it.
no,
Oh wait, no, he
set
put it down. He's
Maybe it's too stank.
It's like it's the first time he's ever done
too
this.
dank.
It's
Got
really
too much of
weird.
it. Oh,
yeah.
his nose is twitching. A little
Smells
strong.
sweet and sticky. Yeah.
He's tonguing it?
He's tonguing
He's
it. Oh
tonguing
yeah,
it?
he's licking that
He's
little
licking
joint.
the
Yeah,
cum
he's
off
got
the
it.
edge
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
left on there.
Doing the
earlier.
ABC trick.
He's getting
He's
his
giving the beer
all hot and
cunnilingus.
bothered.
And here it
he's taking a
goes.
little
And
sip.
he's taking a sip. Silence. Drum roll.
Okay, so let me take another sip. Just
All right, sipperoonie. Here comes another sipperoonie.
okay, so you guys were welcome to keep talking while I was drinking. So here's my initial thoughts. When it first hits your tongue, it's got an IPA. It's got the hops.
Okay.
It's got the bitterness,
Yeah.
like your standard IPA. It's on the back end when you swallow. That's when you get hit by the weed flavor of it.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I kind of should have followed Brett's idea and not poured the whole glass of it, but I'll drink the
Well,
whole
you can
thing.
share out of Craig's then. I mean,
Yeah.
Corey's.
Well, if you want to give a shot, Corey, you
Pour
can.
the rest
But
of this and yours.
wait a minute, I haven't had any.
No,
yet.
you're gonna share because you're gonna chug that whole glass.
Goddamn right, I will.
All right, let's do this. And I've got another half bottle of this. So
What rating would you give that?
I'm gonna give this because I'm not a huge fan of the hemp IPAs. Let me give it a 4.
all right.
Yeah, I don't like drinking it. If it was in
Do you mind?
physical form, go ahead, Corey.
I was gonna say.
I would have no problem, but
How
drinking it.
strong is it? Is it just like flavor strong, or does it have a lot of bitter, a lot of hops?
It's
a lot of,
bitter on the front, hoppy on the front, and then when you swallow, that's when the weed just smacks you in the mouth.
That smell, dude. It's
Yeah.
hard to get away from. It really
Yeah.
does smell like a joint.
The weed, I mean the weedy
All right,
flavor
rinse-
is right on the back.
So rinse that out with some of this because this is light. This is the other one. Just so
You didn't drink
No,
out of
I
that,
poured it-
did? Brett's having an
I poured it
outbreak
into
right now,
my-
ladies and gentlemen. So we're trying.
I'm
to-
having the outbreak of the herpes of the mouth, if you want to call it that.
I'm still being very like.
It's a common problem.
I didn't drink
people
out of the
have.
bottle.
yeah.
I poured it into my glass.
You know this
Now
actually
that is an
isn't-
interesting flavor combination.
It is.
Weed with
Yeah.
s'mores.
Yeah,
But
It's a perfect night for a
it
stoner.
is. Yeah.
yeah, the Sweetwater 420.
Okay, so what do you
strain.
think, Corey? I mean, what do you think?
I agree. It's not something that I can drink all the time, But it's not terrible. It's not a terrible
It's
beer.
not terrible. If I was a fan of that kind of beer, I think it would be higher in the rating scale for me. But since I'm not a huge fan of the hemp IPAs, that's why I got to say 4, just because it's not my.
I would probably
bag.
I would probably give it a 5, just in my personal opinion. But it's yeah. I mean it's drinkable. It's drinkable.
Okay.
That's the bottom line.
Time for chug.
All right, chug. Ready? Corey, chant. Do you got a drum roll in there now?
I don't.
All right, well, here's drum roll. Ready?
Chug.
Chug, chug,
Chug.
chug, chug,
Chug.
chug, 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 chug. Oh, yeah. Did it almost as good as your mother. Wait for the burp. Wait for the burp.
That was more like that wasn't a burp as much of a throw up in my mouth a little bit. But that wasn't
Do
bad.
you want to rinse your glass out before pour it in there? Because you probably don't want any of that hemp flavor
Yeah, just do something.
to mess with this.
So on this next one, the one
gonna
thing
mix
not to consider is the carbonation because what?
I've got hippie s'mores.
You put your weed in there.
The one thing not to think about in this is the carbonation because when it was poured into these bottles, it came straight from the tap.
Oh.
So it lost a lot of carbonation. So the original pour has normal carbonation.
Okay.
This is a little light.
Okay. What are we drinking, Brett?
So I'm not going to tell you the brewery yet. This is called Christmas Came Early IPA.
Christmas came early, like Craig's mom.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
You need that button.
I think the button is just going to do a titty twist on whoever says it.
No.
Because you're both within arm's reach. And I'm going to wait till you both drink your drinks and you're not paying attention. And then it's going to be bazing.
All right. Okay, Corey's tasting his.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was it called again?
Christmas Came Early IPA.
It's an IPA. Okay.
I think it's an IPA because I can taste the hop. You're right on the carbonation.
Yeah.
I can definitely tell this would taste a little bit different if it was more carbonated. It is very good, though, I will say. It's more hoppy on the front end, not so much on the back end, but it's really nice. I'm kind of thoroughly enjoying it. I'd give it like a 6, I think.
I agree with
See,
Corey.
this sucks because I know the original batch was... I had it.
Yeah.
And the original batch was much better.
It tastes like a Douglas fir. Which is probably what they're going for. Yeah, I mean, it's Christmas.
The standard basic hop flavor is tree-ish.
Yeah, but no, it's good. I do wish we could have had it straight from the tap.
I can achieve that for you guys.
That him just
Yeah.
got reintroduced to my flavor profile, if you would. I would say, let me try again one time.
Yeah, it sucks because this really lowers the actual taste of it because of the carbonation.
It's still good, though.
Yeah.
I still like the flavor, even though, it is a little flat. It's
good.
The flavor's good.
I'm going to give it a 5.
5.
Now, hold on. Let me tell you why. It's flat, which I know you said it would be, so I'm not surprised about that. Second thing, and it could be that I'm still hung up on hemp. To me, I'm not tasting a lot of other flavors other than just the hoppy
It's a
pininess.
basic IPA.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would be interested to try it again.
Straight from the tap.
Straight from the tap, or
Out of the bottle.
with after I've had some crackers or something to try to kind of clear out my tongue. Because right now the hemp
Do you
chug.
need some Chex Mix, Craig? To cleanse the palate?
No, I've had enough of that.
All right.
So I'm going to say my bottle review is a 6,
All right.
but my tap review is an 8.
Ooh.
Wow,
Because
you
I'm
were
telling
impressed
you,
with it.
It was very good.
Yeah, and
It was very yellow roses.
Can you reveal the brewer now?
Yeah, the brewery is called Big 60 Brewing.
Tony
Ooh.
made this.
This is his very
Oh,
first
damn
beer
it.
ever.
Tony, nice.
Okay,
And he has it in a keg in his kegerator. So the problem was he doesn't have a hose to bottle out of the keg.
Yeah.
So when he bottles it straight from the tap, and it has a lot of head,
Yeah.
loses a lot of carbonation.
Yeah.
And then when you cork it, the head settles, so there's a big air gap, and you
Yeah.
lose even more carbonation.
Yeah.
So yeah,
okay. So knowing that information now, this was his first IPA homebrew, though, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
No, this is his first beer.
Ever? Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to stay with my 5 because I think
Again, that's what I'm saying. Bottle review, I give a 6, but
here's the deal. For your first time trying, I think anything above a 2 or a 3 is pretty damn good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah. So,
because I was thinking you were at like fucking Raw or something.
No,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I thought you were at like an actual brewery.
no,
So.
that's why I didn't want to reveal it. Because I didn't
yeah.
want to taint the scores.
Yeah,
based
no, I
on
would.
that
Yeah,
you
it
know
was-
the son of a bitch.
If he does labels, he really should call it Big 60 Brewing.
Oh no, we've been talking
that's
about
genius.
that.
Yeah.
Because I asked him, I was like, "What are you going to call it?" He's like, "Big 60." I was like, "Yeah, that's perfect."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "I want some of the royalties."
Yeah,
For
we
coming up
should
with the
get a
name.
cut out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm just kidding. I just want money."
Yeah, just give us money. Money is fine.
He's got a lot of guitars he's got to buy, man.
That's
I
why
told him if he ever makes it big, he needs to keep a secret, like 3 bullets in the ground,
yeah.
and never tell anybody where the name came from.
That's right.
If we were to start brewing beer,
I mean, wait, we did tell him where it came from. It came from,
here's the thing: if the 3 of us start brewing beer, you know what we need to call it? 3 Bullet Brewing.
Oh, we could go in the works. With everything in our lives from
I just
now
wanted
on
to do
forward.
an exasperated side just to make Corey think, what's wrong with that?
And we can
Really
do,
good idea. It
and
is a
you
great
know what
idea.
else we could do? We could have a an imperial stout, and you know what we would call it?
What's that?
The double barrel stout.
Oh,
I've got ideas already, man. We
And I
should
get a
start
great
right now.
idea. Here's a great idea.
What?
Every barrel of beer has actual gunpowder in it, so it tastes like bullets.
and it will also explode if you shoot it. Yeah.
Corey is giving me.
Manliest
Corey
beer
is giving me.
I'm thinking of
ever.
actual
Hold on a
marketing
second.
ideas here.
Corey is
and
giving
you
me the.
assholes
That's
are-
the stupidest fucking idea I've ever heard in my entire life.
Did you
Look,
know that before table salt was a thing, they used to season their food with gunpowder?
That is true. That's
That is a
actually good.
true
Really?
fact. Yes.
Goddamn America.
Weren't you studying to be like a history teacher at some point, Greg? Shouldn't you know this? No, no,
No,
history?
I flunked history class in college, so because I would go in there and be like, I don't know about history, and I'd sleep to everything, and I failed all the tests. So yeah, that was pretty sad. I couldn't even pass history at UNT. I was very tired. In fact, I remember one particular morning. I'll never forget it. I fell asleep, and this was back when
In class?
Yeah, I was sleeping like in the, right. And this was during the first election of President Barack Obama.
Okay.
And it was still going on, right? So I'm sleeping, and then the next thing I know, I hear shouting. And I wake up, and some dumb college kid has run in the middle of, like, the teacher's sermon or whatever you want to call it, and starts shouting about how we got to vote, blah, 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 and it was this big to-do.
Yeah.
And everybody starts, like,
Clap.
as if it was great. And I'm just like, the fuck?
You got to be like, shut up, I'm trying to sleep.
Exactly. It's like, God damn it, I had a really good nap going, and you assholes woke me up. Anyways, so yeah, I failed it. And I also failed astronomy because I never went to class either.
Dude, astronomy?
I know.
I fucking love astronomy.
Okay.
What about the telescope that we shot in Paris?
I know, right? Well, here's the deal. One of the few times that I went, which I think was twice, the whole semester.
I went 2 times, both tests.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the test. I just went like the first 2 class periods and then stopped going. They
don't
were
you just
supposed to
drop
go
it?
to, well, because then my parents would find out and I'd be in trouble. So, yeah.
At least he's honest.
No, because they had like this field trip to like an observatory, like an actual. That was part of our grade
Yeah.
to go to this observatory, and I thought, damn, that'd be awesome. But I want to get laid, so I
know what?
guess I
That's not a
won't
bad
go. Yeah.
Not a terrible
I
reason.
can't get drunk at the observatory, and at that point in life, that's about what I was interested in.
Yeah.
So, anyway, is that a podcast
He's
penalty?
on silent, though.
on
It doesn't
silent.
matter.
But the vibrations interrupted.
But I can't turn my phone off, and because I'm using it as my
But can't
soundboard.
you turn it to 0 notifications?
But
No.
then I couldn't get emergency calls.
Oh,
I think Craig just wants me to take a shot.
Yeah, thank you, Corey.
How about this? I'll just get a bourbon later and sip on it instead of a shot.
I'll take a bourbon with you.
All right.
We can go together.
All right.
Bourbon burn.
Ride together, die together.
But
bad
instead
boys
of
for life.
a shot, we got a sip it because I've got a special one for you. Let me explain it. Now, you guys only get one drink.
Uh-huh.
We had to go stand in line for an hour to get this thing. And it's not super expensive. I think the bottle was $60-something or $60.
Right.
But it's a brand that is so fucking limited and hard to find right now and it's like everybody's favorite. You ask somebody about it, they're like, "Oh, that's my favorite," but you can't get it.
Which one is
It's called Blanton's.
Oh, that's the one you had me look for the other week.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's
You got some?
Yeah, we finally got a bottle.
Where at?
Right up the street, the Total Wine, they had a sign that said their shipment came in late because normally they have people waiting at the door when their trucks get there just to get whatever stock they can of Blanton's. But their truck came in late, so they put a sign out saying it'll be here at 4. So
There's a lot of this going on.
yeah, me and Jacqueline went up there and waited in line. So she got one and I got one for her brother.
Smart thinking.
So
And you didn't get one for...
we were only allowed one. So okay, it was limited. It was limited.
Fuck was that?
It was limited.
One per customer?
Well, it wasn't just Blanton's. It was Blanton's. It was Weller's Antique. It was Buffalo Trace. A few of them.
So some nice stuff.
And it wasn't one bottle of each per person. It was one bottle period
Just
per
person of those three.
So,
Fair enough.
Yeah. That's
Well,
all. And
it's,
there was
I'm
like
glad-
30 people.
How
in
often
line.
do they get shipments? Do you know?
Like once every other week. But
Okay.
like I said, people wait in line at the store on the opening when they open.
Right.
On the days they get shipped.
Well, here's the deal. I got for Christmas. I got a gift card, $50 Total Wine, and I was thinking about getting a bottle of. Well, we got Cory, the Jack Daniels.
That stuff is
single
so
barrel.
good.
Oh God, it's so good.
So good.
But if
Yeah.
that Blanton's is in the same price range,
Yeah.
maybe I can just
If you
be
can-
patient on that
yeah.
and try to get me one. What
You can
days?
find
What
it.
days do the trucks come? Do you know?
I'd have to ask.
Yeah.
That day was a Friday, but their trucks don't usually come on Fridays. That was before Christmas, so I'm sure they were getting like extra
Sure,
shipments.
for that stuff.
Well, I'm trying to think of the other whiskeys I like that are like that, and I think the other whiskey that I really enjoy that was kind of like that is that one that you got me that one time was that Eagle Rare.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
really good too.
So that was one of the ones there too. Was Eagle Rare because that one's hard to find
it
now
is.
too.
It's
Well,
so hard.
it's-
I've been looking for it. Can't
And
find
I
it.
had that last week. I was just drinking it straight with some
Yeah.
ice.
Yeah,
and
it's
Eagle
so
Rare was
smooth.
so fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Did I
is
have that, Cory,
super
when you
smooth.
had it? If I did, I don't remember.
Oh God, I don't even remember. That was such a long. That was literally like
You know what?
7 or 8 years ago.
Maybe
at this
one of
point.
these days, instead of doing a beer review, we need to do like a bourbon review.
I am totally.
You know what I
Maybe
mean?
we
Yes,
can
it's
switch
like-
it to bullet bourbon review.
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
here we go. And
exactly.
you know what? We can do that after the break tonight.
yeah,
'Cause I'm
with
all
the
about
Blantons. There you go.
Boom.
There we go.
Boom.
Boom. No,
God,
wait,
I'm
it's
so
got to
proud
be
of
death
us.
metal poetry then.
Well, I've got a special one for you guys
All right.
tonight, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But
All right.
first, let's jump
What's
to
next on the
something
agenda?
new.
Some new or news?
Pun.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I interrupt this newscast to make a very important statement?
Yes, you can. Special announcement.
Curly-haired dog hair feels weird. Boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, curly hair, dog hair feels weird.
All right, well, you're just going to have to deal with it because she's not listening to me.
Now,
okay.
back to the current news.
Doesn't every professional podcast have dogs in their studio?
Of course. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your anchor for the evening, Chuck U. Farrells. In tonight's news, the IRS is going after Aretha Franklin for unpaid taxes. Now, you might be saying to yourself, didn't Aretha Franklin die? And you'd be right. She
Are they
did.
Seriously going after her family?
Yes, they are. They are going after her estate for
Racist.
$6.3 million in unpaid
Holy
taxes
shit.
and $1.5 million in penalties attributed to the late.
So that's 2.8 million smackaroos.
That's like almost $8 million.
I thought you said one.
No,
No,
1.5 million in penalties, 6.3 in
Oh, I
unpaid
thought you said
taxes.
1.3 and unpaid.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
I know math good.
So, it
It are go good with pizza. Beat you to it. Okay, continue.
Anyway, but yeah, you might be saying, why go after a dead person's money? It's because it's the federal government. So,
And she has lots of it.
Yes.
and that is the news.
So what does Al Sharpton think of that, I wonder?
It's racist. That's what it is.
You know what I wonder, really? What does Arnold Schwarzenegger think of that?
I don't know. Maybe he'll give us a phone call later.
I think it's pretty funny because,
and
they're
he
not
can tell us what he thinks,
they're not going after me because I go
What
after
does
me.
IRS stand for?
Internal repetitive service. I don't know.
You know what? I heard a hilarious acronym from an old man just this past week who happens to be a family
Your
member.
mom?
No. It's an acronym, and he said...
Man
we were-
implies penis, Brett.
I won't say who I was
know.
talking to, but I'll say I was talking to an older gentleman,
Okay.
I know who he's talking about.
and we may or may not have been complaining about... By the way, this is not my father. I'll be very
okay.
clear on that.
Okay,
It's not
okay.
my dad.
Okay, so I was wrong.
So I was talking to an older guy, and we were complaining about the women folk, as we men sometimes
Okay,
do.
now I know who it is.
And he said, well, you know what cunt stands for, right? And I was like, well, what's that? And he goes,
See you next Tuesday.
cannot understand normal thoughts. And I just thought that was hilarious. Especially coming from the person who said it to me, which I'll tell you guys later when we're not recording.
Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious because
I have
we're
a
sitting in
feeling
a
I
truck
know
and he just
exactly what it
goes-
is.
he was complaining about his wife.
Of course.
I would never say complaining.
What are you talking about? Our wives are perfect. They know
You were
Yes.
expounding on experiences.
Thank you. Yes,
With your
exactly.
significant other.
And he goes, well, it just out of the blue. Well, you know what cunt stands for, right? Cannot understand him with that. And I just thought it was hilarious. Anyways.
Kind of sounds like when Corey's talking about beer and you're like, you guys ever fart?
Yeah, well, it's just...
Which, if you haven't heard it, ladies and gentlemen, go on YouTube. You can actually hear a preview commercial that our esteemed colleague here, Brett, put together for the show. It is actually pretty goddamn funny, I think. And you can also find both episodes and probably this one, once we get done with it,
Yes.
on YouTube as well.
If you're
The
listening to this
Zingo.
episode on YouTube, then obviously it is on YouTube.
So how was everybody's Christmas family gatherings? Any awkwardness? Any strangeness?
No,
yes.
no, it was good.
Yes.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Can you tell us about it?
I can. So you both know the story. I'll try and give a very brief explanation. You guys both know the story of my wife's sister, right?
Yes.
So we temporarily took in her 3 children. She has 4, but we took in 3 of them
Yeah.
because she decided meth was more important. And a big long fiasco.
Isn't
We
it
had
more
them-
important to everybody? I mean, come on.
course.
Get you high.
Anyway, so we had a big long, we had them for 90 days. It was a fucking nightmare. And then they ended up going to the grandparents who only had them for 8 days because they couldn't take them. And then they got taken by CPS. And
Oh, dear.
And by the
so
way,
this was about a little over a year ago, year and a half.
Yeah.
And what, Corey?
I was just going to say, and by the way, as someone who has been a parent before, I think you and your wife did an exemplary job in the position that you were in with those 3 kids.
Oh, trust me, we tried.
Having never, been in that situation, taking care of children before.
The funny part is, so like that was my first experience
Yeah.
with kids. So like
Never had
having
them.
kids, like I've even babysitting. I've barely ever babysat kids before. So after they're gone, recently since my dad passed away, we've been babysitting my nieces a lot, and I'll be like, "All right, give me your phone before we go over there," and she's like, "Here you go," and I'm like, "What?" She just gave it to me. She didn't spit at me and cuss at me.
Yeah.
So
Believe
anyways,
me, Brett, I know the feeling.
Yes, So anyways, yeah, they're the type that would belong in, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, this was like a year and a half ago. There's been lots of fights and struggles. Short story, her sister thinks everybody else is to blame and that she's the victim
Of course.
and always has. And
Yeah.
long story. But so Christmas Eve,
Oh shit!
like we're all planning to go to her parents' house on Christmas Day for lunch, which we always do.
Yeah.
And her dad calls her and is like, "Hey, just letting you know, your sister's coming tomorrow." And her dad is an enabler, by the way, has always been an enabler.
Every story you've told me,
Yeah.
he enables the shit out of
So he just pretended like it was no big deal. And I'm getting distracted. He calls God damn it.
Sorry.
He calls
We're
story.
doing a hot box in the cup here. So.
Yeah, take a drink.
Go ahead. We're listening.
Sorry, we'll tell you.
He calls my wife and he's like, "Hey, by the way, your sister's coming to Christmas tomorrow." And my wife's like, "What? You guys act like you're stoned. Did that beer have real weed in it?"
No. He didn't do what I told him to do.
burned my eyes.
If I didn't have a herpes outbreak, I'd show you a real cool
Here we
trick.
go. Continue the story, and then we'll talk about what Craig was just trying to do.
Let me try it again. I do better.
Would you
Go ahead. Keep going.
Brett, we really care about your story. I promise.
It's distracting me.
Okay.
So-
ADHD is kicking in on
Yes.
Brett. I can't see out of my left eye, but continue with your story, please. Yeah.
So we go to her parents' house, and everybody's calling my wife because they're like, "Where are you?" Because she's there first.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "I don't want to come out until you get here," because my wife is the one who's confrontational with her. And so we get there,
Stone cold stunner.
and she, I punched her in the face.
That's right.
No, we get there, and
Bitch, you know what I want?
I just straight up ignore her.
Good for you.
Yeah.
And so I walk by, everybody's just ignoring her, and she's like in the kitchen, everybody else in the living room, and my wife walks by and she's like, her new boyfriend says, "Merry Christmas," and my wife just looks at her and goes, "Why are you here?" And
That's fucking good.
then it started.
Oh.
So then they started going back and
shit.
forth, and it was just her and my wife at first, just
Yeah.
back and forth.
Uh-huh.
And then her new boyfriend, Tim, starts jumping in and butting
Oh
in.
shit!
And
How many neck
That's a
tattoos does
bad
Tim
idea.
have?
No, I'll tell you about him later. But
Okay.
so you guys know Lane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's a big buff dude, right?
And he loves freedom.
Yes, he does. So this
Freedom
Tim
costs
guy
a
was
buck.
butting in. So Lane gets up and puts his hand on his arm, says, "Hey man, this is between the girls." And the guy goes, "Get your hand off me." So Lane played it cool. Lane just looks at him and goes, "Hey, you weren't here before this. You don't know what went on. This is
Right.
between two sisters. Why don't you come in the living room and sit down?"
Jerry.
He's like, "I don't want to go sit down."
Jerry.
Yeah, this almost turned into a
Jerry.
fucking. So, anyways, Lane's like, "Okay, you don't have to come sit down. Just sit here and don't say anything." And ever since he said, they never said anything, except right then he goes, "Well, maybe I shouldn't have said Merry Christmas." And my wife goes, "You can say that to my face. I'm right here." And he goes, "I don't have to say anything to your face." So, anyways, it went on for a while, and she cried, and then the whole family jumped in on her,
On the sister.
on the sister.
On the sister.
Good.
And even after all said and done, she still thinks it's everybody else's fault.
Of course. No, that's how it goes with folks.
Because
like
when
that,
everybody
you know what I
else
mean?
everybody else is telling you you're wrong,
Yeah.
clearly they're wrong.
Right.
So
Well-
that was my drama. That was
Man.
interesting. I was just like ignoring it, and I even told her, I was like, "Babe, just ignore it. It's Christmas Day. We'll have a good day."
Happy birthday, Jesus.
And then at first, when she did it, I was pissed
Fuck
off.
Jesus.
But then after I,
The atheist just said, "Fuck Jesus."
and bye, Cory. Somebody just assassinated him.
Forgive him, Lord. He knows not what he says.
So, anyways, just when it first happened, I was pissed off because I was like, "Don't make a scene," and she made a scene.
Of course.
But then looking back, when he goes, "Merry Christmas," and she just goes, "Why are you here?"
Good for your wife, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? She stood her
It
fucking
is.
ground. And
Amen.
you can't,
And that's
you gotta,
the thing. Like, her dad was just like, "Well, she's part of the family," and she's like, "No, she's not part of the family until she fucking admits what she did."
She's a royal fuck up.
And
of the
everybody
family.
said that. Everybody's like, "Look."
Yeah.
And she was even trying to defend herself. She's like, "I don't hate." She was talking to the family, and she's like, "I don't hate any of you. I just hate her," and pointed at my wife. And all the family was like, "Well, if you hate her, then you're not part of this family."
Yeah.
Boom.
So
and your wife is an amazing woman. She's an amazingly understanding person.
Careful, Corey.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just in that situation, the shit that Brett and her went through.
Yeah.
I mean, to go through all that and still love those kids the way she did.
To do it more than just 9 to 5.
I'll put it this way. So she finally, like, up until this Thanksgiving, my wife was still upset about the kids. Like, she still wanted to help them, and she finally, like, said, okay, I have to let this go.
Yep.
And one of the things that we got, one of them, was a fucking $350 guitar.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I just want to give them their last Christmas gifts and call it done. So that's why this hurt again, because she was settled. She was like, okay, I'm done. Yeah. And then they fucking show up at Christmas.
God. Yeah. Can I just say, anytime the fuck up relative brings their new boyfriend or girlfriend,
I don't know why. So even if she was
it's a recipe for disaster.
Knowing
it's
her,
recipe.
This wasn't to try and become part of the family again. This was trying to prove a point. Like, she was trying to prove a point. And I don't know what her point was. There was no reason for her to be. And here's the funny part, too. Because my wife is playing devil's advocate and saying, well, I don't know if she was there to just prove a point. And I was like, then tell me how this isn't proving a point. She gave everybody gifts except for me, Jacqueline, and Nathan. Jacqueline's brother.
Right. Well, here's the deal.
Which Jacqueline's brother is the one that also had one of the kids.
Right. Well, again, anytime, because every family's got a fuck up, let's be honest. My family's got one. And it was a similar situation one Christmas where she showed up with her kids and the boyfriend, and it's like, oh, here we go. And at least, you know what, though? At least your fuck-up relative had the cojones to, like, come in to the party.
Yeah.
With our experience, she literally pulled up in the driveway, kicked the kids out, and just
off
she went. Wow. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to give this one the credit of coming in because she had cojones. I'm saying that she came in because she's a fucking psycho bitch and
she wanted to start
a motive.
She wanted to start a fight. Yeah.
It wasn't because she had cojones. It's because she had a motive.
At least our relative knew that if she went in, it would be ice stairs and no one would fucking talk to her. Of course, this is the same person who showed up an hour late to the funeral, which my father was already ready to have a aneurysm just because of her in general. Yeah. And then, anyways.
Here's the question. If you don't feel like you have a fuck up in your family, does that mean you're the fuck up?
Corey, do we need to be looking at you?
Wait a minute.
I don't know.
Oh, can I tell my favorite Christmas story about you, Corey?
Sure.
Please?
Absolutely.
Okay, so, me and Corey are cousins. Cousins.
And Arkansas cousins.
Family lays together, stays together,
cousins.
Baby. Yay.
So it was the last, our side of the family Christmas party get together. And Corey,
I know we all joke about it, Arkansas cousins, blah, 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 but there is a 1% chance that you're actually not sleeping with each other.
Yeah, well.
It's not gay if you're related.
And if you're wearing a condom. So,
you're somehow oddly right.
So, Corey, this was back when Corey was still married.
Yes.
And he shows up, but without his spouse.
Yeah.
Now, our grandmother...
This wasn't my behavior, by the way.
No, this was not. This had nothing to do with Corey. It was just hilarious. So my grandmother would always give us money at Christmas, and if you had a spouse...
I just imagine you going, you want to pay me?
Well,
Very creepy.
No, it was actually... It was a decent amount of cash, but...
If you rub my corns, I'll give you a quarter.
If you had a spouse... You got more money than if you were just single as a reward for having a spouse, right? Yeah. If you would. So when Corey shows up, sans spouse, my grandmother goes...
Ooh. After rubbing her corns?
Exactly. So the people with spouse was going to get a $100 bill, right?
Yeah.
And she sees that Corey's wife at the time was not there. So she looks at my mom and goes... Can anyone break 100?
Are you kidding me?
Now be aware, I was not aware of any
Corey
of this going on.
This was like, we break 100. And what does my father do? He pulls out his wallet and says, "Yeah, actually, I can." Yeah, of course.
course. Yeah.
And the look that my mom gave my dad was just that, like, are you fucking serious? You know. But he did. My dad's like, yeah, here we go. Here's a 50. They flipped it around. You know.
Oh my God.
And Corey walked away with only $50 that Christmas instead of $100 because his wife didn't show up. Yeah.
And I was totally unaware until Craig told me that story a few years ago. I was totally unaware of it.
Yeah, and then
I'm
you were
sorry,
like,
Corey. It was hilarious.
Like, in your head, you're like, ha, that's or you're saying out loud, that's pretty funny, but in your head, you're like, fuck you, Grandma. Fuck
you know what? She's from the old school. You know what I mean?
She was a child of the Depression, so I don't blame her.
But my other favorite story from that is that I had an uncle who would always give me shit, and he'd be like, bunch of gay guys standing at this table. Anytime the cousins, you know, that
everybody
was his
has
thing.
that uncle. My uncle used to tell me and my brother we're a bunch of sissy lalas.
Oh, yeah. So the other drama was that one of the other
and then
uncles,
he'd lock us in the back.
one of my other uncles didn't show up either.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the other, like, you know.
Oh, God.
So my uncle makes one of his stupid jokes to me and goes, man, aren't you glad I'm your favorite uncle? And I said, actually, Uncle such and such is. And you should have seen just the life sucked out of him whenever I said that. And I haven't seen him since. And that was our last time we get together.
He probably went home and locked himself in the bathroom and drank 6 bottles of vodka.
I doubt it, but it was just like, there's 10 years of fuck yous right back in your face.
He would constantly make gay jokes about all of us, and especially Craig.
Well,
and we always threw it right back at him.
And one year I challenged him to gay chicken. Because he was.
Wait, you challenged your uncle?
Yes, I did because he came in.
We are from Arkansas.
All of our cousins were all sitting eating dinner, and he strolls on into the little room and makes his little bunch of fags at this table or some whatever it was, you know. And I was like, "Hey, Uncle such and such, you ever heard of gay chicken?" He goes, "What's that?" And I said, "Well, come here and I'll show you." And he's like, "Well, what is this?" I said, "Well, basically, it's how close are we going to get to kissing before someone turns away." And he goes, "Oh, I'm not going to do that." And I said, "Well, then." Walk on home, boy.
But that just gave him more fuel to call you.
No, after that, he never gave me. That was the year before. Then it was the next year where he made some joke at the one with Corey getting shunned, where it was like, it's a table full of ugly or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah. He said that shit all the time.
Yeah, anyways. Those were the days. Okay, it feels like we're at a good
Christmas
break point here.
fuck-ups.
Yeah.
Oh, well, here's the deal. My Christmas story is nowhere near as good as yours, so I'm not going to...
Well, yeah, but yours are more entertaining. Mine's more like, want to punch a bitch in the face.
My one from this year was just the racist uncle that offended my wife. It was pretty hilarious.
Nice. Well, I will tell a quick story before we go to break, because we do have a couple minutes here. While Brett was trying to tell the story, the reason why he was so distracted is because I was trying to get Craig to drink his beer and vape, or vape and drink his beer, and he tried it the first time, got some vape smoke in his eyes, and he couldn't see for a little bit.
I'll show you a cool manly trick.
But I will say,
is your shirt off when you do
blueberry muffin?
No, just my underwear and pants.
Got it.
Blueberry muffin and s'mores beer actually goes pretty good together. Would you agree, Craig?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, once I got it right without hurting my eyes and stinging them.
Yeah. So, on that note, we're going to go to mid-show song for this song until we can start getting some copyright-free songs or some people allowing us to play the music. It's still going to be mine.
Yeah.
So, I've chosen my first instrumental song ever.
Egotistical bastard.
Impetus Trilogy. It's just, to me, I thought it was a really cool song.
Impotent Trilogy? Is that what you said?
Or Impetus, however you pronounce it.
My Impotent Trilogy?
No, your mother made it.
Or the Impotent Trilogy.
Yes, the Impotent Trilogy. Anyways, here you go. Impetus Trilogy.
Impetus trilogy.
Impetus or Impetus or however you want to pronounce it. I don't get
Impotent
Normally
trilogy.
we go right into death metal poetry after the mid-show song.
But we didn't want to water down this good bourbon.
That's true. We're going to have a small glass of Blanton's.
This is Blanton's, very hard to find bourbon. And we put it on ice, nothing else. This is not a mixer.
Not
if
a mixer.
Mix it, you deserve to have your knees kicked in backwards.
Soiled the beverage.
Yes.
And clinky, clinky,
Clinky,
clinky,
clinky.
clinky, clinky.
Smells wonderful. Oh, yeah. That is good.
Holy shit.
That's
good.
That is like buttery smooth.
Yeah, you're right. That it's got a buttery smoothness to it. It's got a little bit of vanilla to it.
Yeah. That is really nice.
And no burn, like very mild burn.
That I would say this is comparable to like maybe not. It's somewhere in between like the TX blended and the TX bourbon. I think in terms of smoothness.
Yeah.
Because the TX bourbon's got some more burn to it than this has, but this is really fucking good, and it is really fucking smooth.
Yeah. I'm still gonna say I put the Jack Single Barrel Reserve on par with this because it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. I love that cherry flavor.
It is very cherry, that cast strength.
Yes.
Yep.
But this is
damn good, man.
This is balls deep, man.
It is balls deep.
Here,
well,
let's get a little and sippy Rooney.
Sippy tip. I'm gonna take a little sippy tip. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring it down. Let's bring Craigo up to the stage for a little bit of the death metal poetry corner.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Have a little ditty from a band called Aborted.
Oh, yeah.
And this little tune is called Skullfuck Crescendo.
Yeah.
Stick it in my eye socket.
Any hole works.
Any hole will do.
Abrasing your eye socket walls. Imploding your eyeballs. Orgasm piercing through your brain. Shining cum, perforating pain.
It's called sex on the brain.
I pull the trigger and I come. With your head speared on my gun.
Yeah.
Observe the metal coming near. The gory end of your moral fear. Riot fuck the facial breed. Hallowed be this cleansing dead. Frightened face splits wide open. Sickly pleased, I shoot again.
With his crockery's gun.
Cranium
You made the face.
spread all over the floor. Chunks of brain slide from the door. I could kill every last one of you.
And then fuck your skull.
Skull fuck you is all that I'll do. That's a little skull fuck crescendo for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Do you feel it like I feel it?
I totally felt that one.
That was good. Yeah. That's great.
Short and sweet, baby. Just like an actual skull fuck.
That was nice.
The sense of depth you gave to me as far as the part where you're popping the eyeballs, I was very into that moment.
Did you feel your eyeballs
I could
pop?
feel my eyeballs pop at that very moment.
Could you feel my cum in your eyeballs?
Oh yeah, you mean God.
You know, if you're listening to a band called Aborted, you know the lyrics are going to be classy.
This is true.
That was, yeah. It was about on par with,
Thank you.
what was the Cannibal Corpse one you did last time?
I Come Blood.
So it's I Come Blood and then Skull Fuck. What was it?
Skull Fuck Crescendo.
All right. Hey, at least this one rhymed.
Yeah,
Cannibal
hey,
Corpse doesn't tend to rhyme.
No, they just say horrible things in a row.
pretty much.
That's about
Like,
it.
How
yeah.
offensive can we make this song?
And I've never heard that song before, so I was quite impressed.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's you know what? Musically, it's pretty decent. I'm not a huge Aborted guy, but
Yeah.
they're okay. You know.
So what's your stance on Aborted? As a band.
Yeah, they're all right.
They're right.
Yeah, they're right.
As a topic, I'm not a woman, so I can't comment on it. That's what I always get told, anyways. Yeah. Yeah. Men are not allowed to speak on women's issues, so
Just do it!
that makes me think of that Family Guy when Stewie gets pregnant or some shit like that with Brian's baby, and he's yeah. You haven't seen that episode?
No.
I haven't.
Yeah, it's something like that, and Stewie's being really emotional through the whole thing. And he's like, "What are you trying to say, Brian? That we should just abort, abort, abort?" He starts screaming at him.
So what are you saying, Brian?
Yeah.
Should we abort?
It's abortion, abortion,
That's not too
abortion.
bad, Corey.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I can do some
yeah,
voices.
it's pretty
okay,
funny.
so.
Yeah, it's a pretty good episode. I can't even remember how old that one is, but
What if Stewie was voiced by Arnold Schwarzenegger?
What do you think we should do, Brian? Abort! Abort! Abort!
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper so we can chop up this baby.
Everybody stop talking right now. You all have the worst Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonations. Okay, listen here. If you're going to do the Arnold, you have to make sure you do it like this, see? Because here's the deal. Everything's got to be like...
I didn't know we had Arnold Schwarzenegger in the studio today.
Hello, how
And
you
his
guys
twin,
doing?
apparently.
It's the 3 bullets in the ground right now. But I wish I could be a
Arnold,
bullet.
Arnold, how many bullets have you shot into the
I
ground?
have shot millions of bazillions of bullets in the ground.
Into the ground?
Yes, but because that's where the bodies are after I've shot them the
I
first
figured
time.
you would.
See that they're dead, so I get to shoot them again so they don't get back up.
Hey, Arnold, who would win? You or Chuck Norris?
How easy? Because Chuck Norris, I kickbox the peoples. I just shoots them with the machine guns. I kickbox the machine gun. No way.
We need to definitely have Arnold on the show more often.
I think so, too.
Listen, I got to go smoke some cigars and drive my tank. I'll see you later.
Bye, Arnold.
hey, did I just miss somebody? Was somebody
yeah,
just
hey,
here?
while you went to
yeah.
go masturbate in the bathroom,
damn
Arnold
it.
stopped by.
Oh, I thought I heard him. That's why I was, you know.
So, anyways, on that note, let's
Yes.
move on to our next segment of
Oh, boy.
Sex It Up.
Oh boy.
Sex it up, sex it down, sex it up, pound town. Sex it up, sex it down, sex it up, pound town. Oh yeah.
Gentlemen, welcome to Sex It Up, where we find out how dirty of a mind you actually have. I'm your host, Mike Huntstinks. Here's how it goes. I will ask you 10 multiple choice questions about obscure and crazy sex acts. For each question missed, the player will have to endure a punishment. At the end of the game, the one with the most points doesn't lose. The loser of the game takes double dose of the punishment. You will also have 2 lifelines to use as a team for the whole game, which will eliminate one answer for that question. This game is not about trying to win, it's about trying not to lose.
Oh God. I still have nightmares over the potato.
Favorite time of the show. Would you guys like to see what the punishment is?
Yes,
today?
I would
Not
like to
really,
see what
but
the
you're going to
punishment
show
is.
us anyways. So,
I'm going to enjoy this bourbon for the time being.
oh God.
Oh, he's got
Sack.
a bag full of stuff.
Blast.
What do
I
we
see
got
your
in here?
receipt.
No, it's really not full of stuff. There's only 3 little things. The rest is just other stuff I bought.
Dildos.
Let's see here.
Bourbon's so good.
What the fuck is in these little packages?
I think Corey recognizes.
I know
what's in these
exactly what those
packages.
are.
Let's see. Hold on,
Yeah, I know exactly what those are. Those
Oh.
are flavored crickets.
and larva.
Craig, at least they're not alive.
I can't do this, guys. You have to understand that. I can't do it.
That's the point.
I can't do it.
Well,
Brett. No,
go
I
get a
cannot
trash
do
can.
it. No.
Craig, you have a choice.
I'm going to puke all over this fucking table.
No, that's why you get a trash
No,
can.
I'm not
Craig,
doing it.
Craig,
I'm not doing it.
Craig, you have a choice here. You can do this,
Come on, Craig.
do the hot
Man up.
potato, or do the hot sauce.
I will do the
No hot
potato
sauce.
over the bugs any day of the
No,
week. Any day of the week. I
no.
refuse to do bugs. Will not do it.
Come on.
Nope.
Be a man.
I am, and a man says no when it's no.
No means no, Brett.
No means no.
Oh my God.
I am
Hashtag me
listen,
too.
I am me tooing this, and I will me too not do it.
Oh my God.
Nope. That is a
Just
hard
larva.
pass.
What if I eat one first?
Nope. You can eat all you want. Here's the deal. Yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Here's the deal. I am not a savage barbarian, and I don't need protein from bugs. Therefore, I will not eat it.
Corey, what is wrong with him?
He's not as adventurous as some of us. But
Yeah, well,
Look, I got the larva for you. I can do the crickets.
no. I do not eat bugs. Bottom line.
what flavor is the larva?
The larva is cheddar
Christ.
cheese.
Oh, fucking Jesus. So not only are they fucking bugs, they're flavored bugs? You're shitting
Yeah.
me.
Salt and vinegar crickets.
Hey, it can't be that bad if they have flavor on them.
Sour cream and onion crickets.
Just imagine you're eating a potato chip.
Come on, Craig. Come on.
I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. I cannot
You
do
haven't
it.
even tried.
Yeah, there's no need to
tried.
try because I know I can't do it.
No bullshit. Look,
Brett,
Try
I
it,
hate.
look.
Just stop. I hate fucking sour cream and onion,
okay then.
so I'm not gonna eat sour cream and fucking onion.
But you like cheddar
crickets.
cheese, I know that.
Yeah, so I want larvae to ruin my love of cheddar cheese? Fuck you. Fuck you.
Okay, I have another option.
Uh-oh.
Only for you.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't gonna pull this out.
Uh-oh.
No, not that.
Oh, no. What does it got? What does it got?
The Reaper smoked beef jerky.
Ooh.
I will eat that over bugs any day of the week.
I'm good with the Reaper smoked beef.
Now, what am I gonna do with all these fucking Craig? Stop being a pussy,
I'm
man.
not being a pussy.
God.
I am not being you. Here's the deal, Brett. You know how I feel about crickets.
Then that's why I got the larva.
That's the best way.
here's the
This
deal.
is the best
I
way to
don't-
get over your
No,
fear
it's
of
not.
crickets.
The best.
Craig, just try one.
No.
Look, what if I eat one?
Great. Good for you. I'm still not trying it.
Damn it.
I'm proud. I will give you a high five for eating a fucking cricket, but I will never put a cricket in my mouth. Bottom line. I don't care if it's fucking, cheesy macaroni flavored crickets. I will not eat a goddamn cricket.
I didn't know about how everybody we know you had the biggest pussy in here.
I do. I will gladly say it. Biggest pussy in this room is Craig. Has the biggest.
At least he's honest.
Will not eat
Let's
do
do
it.
the beef jerky.
Son
Beef
of a
jerky's
bitch,
fine.
man.
it. Won't do it.
We'll save him.
Bottom
Save
line,
him for
won't ever
something
do
else.
it.
Craig,
What?
you've thoroughly disappointed me.
You know what? Fine. I've disappointed you. You move on with it.
God.
Why does it have to be a punishment to me? That's the question. You know I hate electricity.
It's not to you. It's
So
to all
you
of
got
us.
a
We all
potato.
have to endure.
You know-
Apparently,
no,
you hate
no.
everything.
You know that fucking Cory has no problem eating that shit because he's a twisted motherfucker. So everything's against Craig.
I have not had a problem with any of the
No,
punishments
against
so
Craig.
far. So.
Yeah, that's the thing is it's a punishment for everybody. You just happen to be the biggest pussy who doesn't like any of it, especially bugs. Apparently,
I tell you what.
What?
I'll make you a deal right now.
Okay.
One time offer only.
Okay,
If you eat one of each,
without throwing up.
no, you eat one of each while giving Cory a blowjob, I will eat one.
Done.
All right, let's see it. I gotta get pictures.
There's no way we're gonna get you to eat those things.
No way. Not gonna happen.
Sorry, Brett.
Nope.
I will try. I would just want to try the beef jerky because
So I ate a tiny little piece earlier,
Yeah.
and it was really good. It wasn't super spicy,
Yeah.
but that was a tiny little piece, and it lasted for 30 minutes.
I will take.
good with that.
Yeah, I tell you what. Since I am the biggest
Pussy.
in the room,
Vagina.
I will eat the biggest. If I get a question wrong, I will eat the biggest piece first and work down to the smallest pieces if I get more wrong.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
There's not a ton. We'll kind of judge it as we go.
Okay.
We can cut off pieces.
All right.
Not going to do it.
Since we've determined that Craig is a gigantic, humongous, planet-sized pussy. Yes. Are we ready to take this show on the road?
Yes.
I tell you what. I don't know if I can do this.
We can get a trash can.
No. Here's the deal. I'm going to throw up just thinking about it, if I'm being totally honest with you.
Let's just stick with the beef jerky.
Here's the deal, Brett. You want me to throw up the really nice bourbon that you just gave me?
Yes.
What kind of friend is that?
I do.
What kind of friend is that, Brett?
It's a friend that wants to get good content
It's a-
for our
it's a
podcast.
bad friend.
And I tell you what, for some reason, listening to people vomit after eating disgusting shit is entertaining.
Stop it. I got to just...
Let's just stick with the beef
All right,
jerky.
we're going to stick with the beef jerky, okay? Forget the crickets.
Get him out of my face. Man, come on, Brett. Christ.
All right, let's go. We're
right.
wasting time. All right, are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. Question
I'm gonna
number
puke.
1.
Just thinking about it.
All right, number 1. Similar to the shocker, the act of putting 2 fingers in the vagina and a fist up the ass. Is this A, the minivan, B, the U-Haul, or C, the big rig?
Minivan, U-Haul, or big rig?
Big rig.
Big rig, final answer.
I'm going to say U-Haul.
Final answers?
Yes.
The answer is minivan.
So we're both wrong.
Because you can fit 2 in front and 5 in back.
I didn't even think about that.
Did you come up with that one yourself,
No,
Brett?
I didn't
Okay.
come up with any of these.
You
I just
didn't?
came up with the false answers.
Okay.
Craig? That's a pretty big piece.
I was going to say, we don't have to eat the whole thing. That's why I said, oh, all right.
That's not a whole thing. There's bigger pieces in here. That's a.
Right.
It's really fucking good beef jerky.
The flavor's great.
Just
Yeah.
give it a few minutes.
Spicy, though. Really spicy.
It's got some heat to it. Oh. Not bad.
They said it was the spiciest in the shop.
What shop?
Beef jerky outlet
Where's that at?
over off 7th Street in Fort Worth. All right. Are you guys
Eat
ready?
this all day as opposed to a cricket. I don't care.
Are you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right. Question number 2. Another term for a huge ass boner. Is this A, a Tony, B, a rammer, or C, a ploater?
A Tony. I just had to go with Tony.
Just because you know Tony?
Yeah.
I actually think it's a Tony, too, but simply because I think you threw this question in there to throw us off.
Did I?
So I'm going to go with Tony.
Final answers.
Yeah.
You guys are totally right. Motherfucker.
Score. And I tell you what, Brett, I will take 0 drinks
0. Oh, for the whole thing.
for the whole thing.
You're just trying to take back some of your manliness.
I was going to say,
But I'm
tear it
sorry,
apart.
your valley of pussiness is very deep.
Yeah, well, come stick it in. You know what I mean? I might be that, but at least I have dignity.
All right.
Now we got to wait for Brett to finish chewing the beef jerky because he's the one reading the questions.
Who the fuck eats crickets? What Mexican store did you get this
It
at,
wasn't. It
Brett?
was a beef jerky outlet.
I'm talking about the crickets.
They were at the beef jerky outlet. All right.
Craig, you remember those crickets I got you that
Yeah,
one
and
time?
remember how I told you I refused
I got
to
them
eat
from a liquor store. So there
What's
you go.
wrong with them?
I can't believe you're okay.
'Cause it's
You,
hilarious.
you can't believe that? Seriously, Brett?
let's go to the
You
next
can't
one.
believe it? Believe it. It just
Moving
happened.
on. Moving on.
Question 3.
What is wrong with America?
They can eat crickets.
Not Americans.
Apparently all Americans, but you can.
Fine.
A real American.
I love freedom and beef. All right.
Question 3. When you're doing a chick and you're about to blow, you stand behind a running fan and release it into the back of the fan, spraying it all over her. Is this A, the Chicago snowstorm, B, the albino spray tan, or C, the white chocolate rain?
What was the first two again?
The Chicago snowstorm and the albino spray tan.
Albino spray tan.
I'm going to go with the Chicago snowstorm.
Final answers?
Final answer.
Final answer.
Craig's wrong. It was the Chicago snowstorm.
Of course.
Woohoo!
Just
God, this is really good, though.
It is really
I
good.
kind of want to keep eating it, but
my mouth is
It's
hot.
good. It's really good. The flavor's fantastic.
I think the hot sauce was better because it's much more instant.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We could throw some of that hot sauce on the beef jerky.
This is Carolina Reaper smoked.
Yeah. But we
about-
could throw some of the hot sauce on the beef
How about
jerky.
this? Craig has to take a shot of his hot sauce just because he's a big pussy.
Fine.
A full spoonful
Give it to
of
me.
my choice of hot sauce.
Give it to me.
All right, that's your punishment for being a pussy and not being
Fine.
able to eat Craig
I'll do it.
mealworms.
I don't care.
All right, question
Goddamn
number 4.
bugs. Who the fuck?
Goddamn communist.
It must be. Only some pinko commie
liberal, Marxist asshole.
liberals,
Question numero 4.
intellectuals.
When two straight men need to settle an argument,
Peacemongers.
they lock eyes and simultaneously give each other hand jobs in a contest to see who can withstand orgasming the longest. The man to ejaculate has lost and is by virtue a homosexual. Is this the
Okay.
is this the bloke stroke, the Joseph duel, or the Utah standoff?
The bloke stroke, the Utah standoff, and what else?
Joseph duel. Joseph's duel.
Joseph's duel.
Bloke stroke.
I'm going to go with Joseph's duel because it just sounds obscure.
Final
Bloke stroke.
answers?
Bloke stroke.
Bloke stroke and Joseph's duel. The answer is the Utah standoff.
So we both lost.
That's I'm gonna give Cory the smaller piece, just because Craig's a big pussy. Is your mouth starting to burn a little more and more each time?
It hurts a lot.
No. It's good, though.
All right, we're getting through this one faster. Question numero 5. The act of giving a vigorous hand job, and when your partner is about to ejaculate, place a toothpick in the urethra and watch it launch.
Oh, Christ.
Is this A, the spear of destiny, B, the cum cannon, or C, the javelin?
I'm going to go with the javelin.
I have to agree with Cory, although I like the spear of destiny. But
No, me too. I almost went
I
with
gotta
that.
say javelin.
Javelin, final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. You're right.
Yeah, oh, good.
Yay. All right, another piece in my mouth.
My mouth is on fire.
It is a little warm.
Yeah.
I would like to take a drink, but I'm not.
He's abstaining.
He's trying to earn some more man cards back.
It's not about man cards. It's about keeping your word.
You lost a lot of man cards at the beginning of this.
You know what, Brett? Guess who has 2 thumbs and could give a shit less?
Hold up.
Hey. All right. Question number 6. Another term for taking it in the tush. Is this A, sewer surfing, B, stovepiping, or C, mud diving?
Sewer surfing, mud diving,
And stovepiping.
stovepiping.
Sewer surfing. Gotta go with that.
I'm going to go with the same thing. Sewer surfing.
Sewer surfing.
United we stand, divided we fall.
Divided you fall. It's stovepiping.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, united we fall, I guess.
So, it's just... Craig, you get that one. Cory, there you go.
Thank you, sir.
This is definitely not as hot as the hot sauce from the first episode, I think.
How about this?
I thought this was going to be great because I thought we were going to have fucking crickets and shit.
How about this? If Craig loses, he has to have a piece of beef jerky with the hot sauce on it.
I did buy this.
What's up?
But this was just supposed to be for me, but it says it's really hot. But it doesn't have a Scoville unit on it. It's Mad Dog 357 salsa. Sauce.
Hey, that's on Hot Ones.
It's Reaper Sriracha sauce.
Ooh, that could be good.
I think that should be... So wait, we're not keeping tabs. I think Craig's losing.
I'm keeping score. Craig
you?
has got the most losses so far.
So I've got 2. You've got 2?
I've got 2, and Craig's got 3.
All right. Question
Get
number...
ready for the pain, Craig.
You know what?
7.
The unfairness of this game, unbelievable.
Well, I don't know how to make it more even. No, because me and Corey are tied.
Yeah, but you guys know that I'm not perverted like you two.
Whatever.
So you know I'm automatically
That sounds
gonna
like a
lose everything.
YP, not an MP.
Yeah.
What?
Your problem, not my problem.
Oh, God. Just do the next question.
Question number 7.
I hate this. Least favorite part of the podcast.
It's my favorite one. Oh, blowing your load outside in frigid temperatures. Is this A, the cold faithful, B, the Arctic blow, or C, the shiver shot?
I think I'm going to go with Arctic Blow.
Shiver shot.
Arctic blow and shiver shot. Cold faithful.
Wow.
Corey.
Thank you, sir.
Find another piece for Craig. Craig. Just kidding. I'll give you that one, though.
I just want you to know that I hate everybody in this room.
That's what you said last time.
I know.
Remember, I'm not on your best friends list anymore?
I know, exactly.
My cheeks are warm. I'm not talking about my ass.
They will be tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Did you get Did you get a pepper?
I think I just got a seed. Holy shit, that's hot. Craig, you're still losing.
Karma's a bitch, Corey. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, karma's going to be a bitch when you lose this shit.
I think you should try this one instead of the one I've got. But I don't know how hot this is. All right. Question number 8.
Could really use a drink right now.
The act of forcing your limp member inside her vagina in the hopes of achieving an erection, usually caused by whiskey dick. Is this does this hit home, Craig?
Hey, shut up. Yeah.
Is this A, rope jamming, B, stuff fucking, or C, burying the snake?
Rope jamming, final answer.
I'm going to go with rope jamming, too.
Rope jamming?
Yeah.
Stuff fucking.
Oh, wow. My tongue's on fire right
Is that worse than the first episode?
No, it was just that one little bit that I got that was extremely hotter than normal.
Just to let you know, this bag of jerky was $10.
God damn.
Jesus.
Wasted your money.
Not for me. I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it too, but holy shit.
And yes, I am giving him smaller pieces because
I know you are. I know you are.
All right. Are you guys ready for question 9?
Sure.
God, we're not done yet.
Two
God.
more, and then the bonus question.
Oh, great. So there's 11. Wonderful.
Well, it's only if you get it wrong you have to take the double punishment. But I think I need to make you take a double punishment.
And you're still ahead anyway, Craig, so.
Wait, he's ahead?
Losing.
He's ahead in losing.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, the name of the game is not lose.
All right. Question number 9. When a man or woman performs cunnilingus on a woman from behind and she farts directly into his or her face, is this
Saturday night at Brett's house. Oh, sorry.
is this fumalingus, sunrise pink eye, or cunny ass blaster?
Fumalingus.
What was the last one?
The last one was the cunny ass blaster.
Fumalingus. I'm going with Corey.
Fumalingus. The answer is Femolingus.
Yeah.
Thank God.
All right, I'm going to take this big one.
That's what she said.
All right. You guys ready for question 10? Mm-hmm. All right. Number 10. This disturbing act entails shitting into another person's asshole. Is this Journey into Darkness, Going Down the Rabbit Hole, or Cave Diving?
This is a hard one. He's trying to air out his tongue.
He is giving the air cunnilingus right now.
What was the first one again? Going into darkness?
Journey into Darkness.
Journey into darkness, going down the rabbit hole.
And Cave Diving.
Cave dive.
Cave diving. I gotta go with cave diving.
What was the first one again? One more time.
Journey into Darkness.
Journey into darkness. I'm gonna say going down the rabbit hole. Split
Right.
decision.
The answer is Journey into Darkness.
I knew I should have gone with that one. Damn it.
Yeah, I could tell you were questioning it. So who is losing?
The loser for our Sex It
Why did I
Up
just eat
quiz is, because it's good,
Yeah.
is Craig. Well, that in front
All right.
with... what is
So
it,
here's my
6?
deal. I think because he refused the original punishment, he should take a shot of hot sauce no matter what.
Okay.
But I think I'll do that one because I don't know how hot this one is.
All right.
And then if he loses this question, he has to do this one.
Sounds good to me. Uh-oh, somebody got a podcast penalty.
Podcast penalty, big
My
time.
phone's on vibrate and it still rang through.
Uh-oh.
I could put her on.
That's up to you, bro.
Let's see. Hello?
Hey.
Hey, say hi. You're on our podcast.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's exactly what I said, Jacqueline, so don't worry about
Craig refuses to eat crickets and worms.
it. Yeah, well. Like any red-blooded American should.
Protein.
There you go.
It
Part
is
of life.
protein.
All
Part
right,
of
you
life.
better go ahead and hang up, Brett. She's not saying what we want her to say. So.
No, that's exactly what I wanted to say. That you're a big pussy.
I'll go grab the hot sauce.
I just had impromptu girls' night with your mom.
Let's talk about this off the podcast. All right. Well, we're recording. I'll see you when you get home.
All right,
All right.
bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
That's pretty cool. We could actually have.
That was...
That turned out pretty well.
So, how about this? I'm going to ask a question first. This will determine if you take 2 spoonfuls or 1 spoonful.
Fine.
Okay. Now, this is not a sex question. This is just a general fact.
And Corey, I can only answer. Only me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just Craig.
Okay, I'm ready.
So, you're saying he can't even help you?
Can he?
Corey, that's up to you. Do you want to help him or do you want to make him...
No, I'll let him hang himself.
Because he's... Okay. 3 choices. You guys realize you didn't use any lifelines. And you can't use it on the bonus question.
That's because you didn't remind us of lifelines, Brett.
I did at the beginning in the intro.
You fucked it up. You fucked the intro up.
You fucked
How
it
are we
up.
supposed to know?
All right.
Let's just get it over with.
This is to determine whether or not you take a shot of Reaper Sriracha sauce. The question is, in what state is it illegal to get drunk in a bar? Is it A, Rhode Island, B, Vermont, or C, Alaska? Get illegal to get drunk in a bar.
Alaska.
Alaska. Final answer?
Final answer.
You're wrong. I'm just kidding. It is.
Ah!
God damn it! I wanted to see somebody take a shot at it, but
Here's the
you're still
deal.
taking-
Here's the deal. All I had to think of was Rhode Island, Northeast, very liberal area. Okay, so why would they be against it? Vermont, same area. But then I thought Alaska, Sarah Palin, conservative.
So, how about this? Since you think you're so manly and trying to earn back some man cards, do you want to take a shot at this instead?
Fine. I don't give a shit, Brett. I will do spicy all night over a cricket.
Now, I have absolutely no idea how
Okay.
hot this is.
Do it. Pull it out. Put it on some of the beef jerky.
Oh, my God.
There you go. That's what I'm
Holy
talking
shit.
about.
Well, I guess he might be earning
Corey,
back
get the
some man
Chex Mix ready. That's all I got to say.
All right.
Wait a minute. It's got your herpy mouth all
No,
over the lid
that's
now.
not
Hold on a second.
cards. I can't get it open.
It's on the lid. Here, you
Let a
just-
real man take care of it.
All right, go for it. Be careful. It might be very liquidy. And he's trying to open it. Time for some fire in that mouth.
Cut it at the rim.
You normally get fire from your mom's. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Not never mind. Vagina.
So hilarious,
What do I
Brett.
have I don't have hardly anything left there. I need to get like a spoonful or something, or just dump some in your mouth, like I do to your mother every night.
It's bad
Anyone
enough.
have a knife?
Here, give it to me. I'll go cut it. You guys bullshit.
All right.
God, I hate Brett so much. Oh, he's still in the room. I shouldn't say that. You know what I'm going to do with those crickets, Corey?
What are you going to do with
I'm
them,
going to
buddy?
throw them in the trash when Brett's not looking.
You know what's going to happen? That shit's going to come out whenever we are really, really drunk one night, probably out in Paris, Texas.
See, that was his mistake. I'm too sober.
That is a good point.
He should have waited.
Because honestly, if you were drunk, you might be more inclined to try it, but
Couldn't
yeah,
taste
right now.
anything.
Yeah, that's true. Couldn't feel your teeth.
She's coming back. Oh, no, it's not yet. We can keep talking about it. Actually, I'm kind of gagging just thinking about eating a cricket, Corey, to be honest with you. So
Yeah. So how are things?
things are great.
All right,
Wonderful,
yeah.
except for the
Are you-
last few minutes.
Are you looking forward to the New Year starting?
Yeah.
All right, gents.
Okay.
Have you taken care of the problem at work? Is he? Oh wait, no, that's not till
right,
later
I'm
in the
gonna
month.
smell
I'm
this.
not going to say what particular date.
Shit.
Ooh, let me smell that. So let me smell it.
Are you sure?
Whoa, yeah, that is pretty potent. This is Mad Dog 357 Reaper Sriracha Sauce, as featured on at one point Hot Ones on YouTube.
Are you
It's a
sure?
great channel. You should go check out. I think he's just about as sure as he's going to be. But in any case,
I'm doing less than a spoonful for you,
while he's doing that,
just
we
because I
can,
feel sorry for you.
If you want to check us out, we are on Facebook and Anchor.fm
Okay,
and
wait.
any other
Oh, he's smelling
podcast service.
He just
You,
had a very sorrowful look on his face after
You can find
smelling it.
podcasts on. And he's getting his
There he
mouth ready.
goes. He's
He's getting
prepping.
ready to just put that huge thing in
This
his
could be
mouth.
some greatness.
He's not looking forward to it. Just close
But
your
it
eyes
could
and
not
do
be.
it.
It might not be spicy at all either, because like I said, I have no idea. Even though the description says this sauce is very hot, but it might not be spicy at all. It's all
Yes.
perception.
I'm psyching myself up, guys. Okay, just
It's nothing. It's nothing. You got this. You got this. Yeah.
Hold on, Brett. You said this wasn't a whole
It wasn't.
spoonful.
It's
The whole
spread out.
the whole
It's
spoon
spread
is
out.
full.
I didn't do that.
Anyway, you can also find our news themes on incompetech.com.
It's all right. You deserve it.
Creative
Pissing
Commons
Really?
licensing.
That's not going to stop you from having to take the whole thing. He's dunking
trying to
his,
tongue
he's
it with
dunking his
his,
tongue in it.
Tongue. And there it goes.
Oh, it's
And we're
down.
in.
It is down.
Now I'm going to see
It's
how red his face
down.
gets now.
Let's see how this goes. Oh, he's licking. He's licking.
That is clearly some hot
Oh.
sauce.
Do you have any words?
He's going
any
zen.
words?
He's going zen. Here, let me see that
Any
hot
words?
sauce. I just want to put a little tiny bit on my finger.
Not as bad as I expected so far.
Really? So far. Sometimes
far.
they hit you after a minute. Is it worse than the stuff from the first episode?
I don't remember the stuff. Oh,
Is it hitting you?
I got a pepper chuck.
That is worse than the hot sauce from the first
Is
episode.
it?
I just put a little on my finger. Yeah, that is
He did
that
a
is
whole spoonful.
that is significantly hotter.
Oh shit!
I got a pepper chuck. Now I'm in pain.
Because that hits
Okay.
you. That hits you a lot harder and a lot faster.
Where his eyes are water. His face is red.
I would say that I like as much as I like
I'll
that
cover
one.
that shit
I'm
up.
sorry. Covering up the Chex Mix. As I do like it, I will say that the other one has the habanero hot sauce we did on the first show has more flavor than that.
I'm gonna say anything that I've tasted Reaper wise or Ghost Pepper wise is not as good of a flavor as habanero stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's still good because the deal is you actually can taste the sriracha. The sriracha flavor in there is good.
For a man of so many words, you were not talking very
It's
much.
not as pronounced as I would like it to be because
I
I
licked my
love
lips
sriracha.
and now my lips are burning.
But I do love sriracha. Sriracha is a great flavor, and I can't taste it in there. But yeah, I would say the flavor from the hot sauce that we had before, and I don't even remember what it was called, but it was. I would say the flavor on that one was better. This one's
Yeah,
still
I
good
agree.
though. Like I wouldn't say this one is too hot to have
you
on
should-
something.
You should have taken the other one because the other one had amazing flavor and was hot as fuck, but I don't think it's this hot.
Yeah.
he's crying.
Like I think on this
He's
one,
trying to eat to compensate for the spiciness.
like this one, I would love to have on like some wings or something like.
Yeah.
Have like a couple of different wings.
Well, to me, I'd take this as like regular wings with some seasoning, and then put this on top of it because
Yeah.
you still have the flavoring of the wings and whatnot.
Yeah. But again, it's not bad. I'm not gonna say, oh, just throw it out. It's just all heat. It's all
I will
pain.
say, he's taking his first drink,
There we go.
but it's probably not going to help. Actually,
Yeah.
I've heard that milk and alcohol help.
Yeah. But surprisingly, not near as painful as I thought it was going to be. But it's good.
I'm tempted to take a little bit more than what I did.
You know what I want to do? I want to get some of
You
the
want to try cricket?
Here we go. Here's an idea, Craig. How about you try a cricket with some of the hot sauce on it? No? You don't think it'll cover up the
You
flavor?
would vomit fire.
All right.
I'll do another spoonful of hot sauce before I do it.
You fucking wow!
Well,
I bet you anything it tastes like a chip or something.
what I would like to do on one of these shows is get some of the
All right, I'm going to take a worm.
the last dab.
I don't even want to watch you do that, Brett.
I want to get some of the last dab hot sauce from the Hot Ones YouTube series because I can imagine that one being super hot, but I can also imagine it being
Here's
super flavorful too.
Worm bag
Brett is opening the mealworm bag,
unsuccessfully.
and it's an orange package. These are cheddar cheese flavored mealworms, and the thing is, like when I was in high school, there was a dude that I went to high school with. And he literally picked. We were up in Oklahoma
I dropped one.
At our drama teacher's cabin that he took students up to, and no, there was nothing seedy about it. But
All right, doesn't smell like anything.
he would take students up there from the drama class to just kind of commiserate and get to know each other and all that stuff.
Corey, can you verify I have one?
And yes, you have a mealworm in your hand.
All right, here goes. Ready?
Yes. And he's putting it in his mouth. And he just crunched it. Does it just taste like cheddar cheese?
Tastes like nothing.
Tastes like nothing at all. Not even cheddar cheese? Oh, interesting.
Texture's a little paperish.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to be crunchy because they're just basically.
Can we just move on to something else? For
But anyway,
fuck's sake.
let me finish my story.
Christ.
Corey, would you like to try one?
No, for right now. If I don't have to, I'm not going to. But anyway, he basically got a live cricket right off the property, and we had this little bonfire or campfire going. And he got a cricket, speared it on a stick, put it over the campfire, took it out after it was cooked, put a little mustard on it, and just ate it. And he was just like, it was just like nothing. And I'm like, that doesn't surprise
Well, it usually
me.
is, but the problem with live crickets that aren't thoroughly cooked as they have a lot of worms and parasites.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think because it was pretty much charred whenever he got
Craig,
it.
I'm
so
done
it's
eating
just-
worms.
I don't trust you.
No, he's done. He put them all away. They're all gone. So I think he dropped one on the floor, but he'll clean that up.
No, I don't know where it is.
But anyway, I guess with that
Let's
being
end
said,
this nightmare.
Yes, I think we'll go ahead and end the show. Thanks everybody for checking us out.
Come on, Brett.
Again, you can find us on Anchor.fm, any podcast service provider. You can
Spotify,
find
Google
Spotify,
Podcast.
Google Podcast, all that good stuff. With that being said, we are 3 Bullets in the Ground.